everyone, my name is Rulla. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome. My channel is all about self-development and growth and becoming the best version of yourself. So if you want to join my journey, then make sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like my content, and also click the bell so you can be notified every time I post. So from the title, you guys already know what this video is about. This definitely is not a typical video that I'm used to making or something that I've ever made, but I think it's definitely something that should be spoken about. And so here it goes. So if you guys are new here, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background info. So my mom and I own a private tutoring business called Way to Grade A, and we've just had it running for a little bit over a year now. It's a private tutoring business for grades K to 12, and we service the entire Orange County area. What happened was a few months ago, I found out that my friend was starting a tutoring business, and I was honestly so happy for her. If you guys don't know my type of personality, I'm very supportive of my friends. I'm always cheering them on, whether, you know, they're getting a new job or getting into a master's program or starting a new business. Like, I'm all about my friends succeeding. And so when I first got news of this, I was so happy for her. Right away, I was like, you know, best of luck. If you need any help, I'm here for you. And actually, she had even asked me if I could help her find a logo, and I let her know where I got my logo from. And you know, so as you guys can see, I was there for her. I was supportive. I was giving her thumbs up. I was giving her likes, all of that. In return, she was also very supportive of me as well. She had started an Instagram for her tutoring business, and she shouted out our business and put a image of us that was taken. It was actually a newspaper kind of article about our business, and she had written something. I'll actually read it to you guys. It was very sweet. So she had said, "Congrats to my friend and her family's tutoring company based in the OC. We support other businesses helping to promote academic success." So once again, it was just this mutual support. I was supporting her in her new tutoring business, and she was supporting me in my tutoring business. So everything was good to go. During this time, I got an email, and at the time, I really didn't think much of it. So it appeared to look as if it was coming from a parent. I will attach screenshots so you guys can kind of follow along. But what happened was I received a email. From the looks of the email, it looked like it came from a female. However, the email was addressed from a male, and I saw that they both shared the same last name. So in my head, I was thinking, oh, okay, this could definitely be a father emailing from his wife's email account, or, you know, vice versa. So that was just the only weird thing about the email, but the email itself was very standard. It said, "Hello, I need a chemistry tutor for my son, Richard." Now, this is very brief, but I will say there are some parents who are, you know, really busy and tight on time. And so this isn't out of the ordinary for a parent to send a one-sentence long thing inquiring about a tutor. So I responded, and, you know, I told him I'm confident that we could help his son. I asked him when he'd be available to have a dialogue over the phone, and that was just to gather more details about his son's age, the subjects he needs help in, you know, just standard things that I would ask any parent. So once I sent that email, it took him, her, I really don't know at this point, a good week to respond. And the weird thing was this person literally responded with 2 words, "That's good." Which, that's definitely a red flag, because parents are very direct. They're to the point. If they're looking for a tutor, then, you know, they're quick to have that dialogue with me over the phone and schedule a consultation so they can get their student help immediately. So just seeing the email that said "that's good" was a little bit iffy, but right away it was followed up with, "I want to know about your experience." So once again, nothing really out of the ordinary. Some parents want to know if our tutors have graduated college, what kind of certificates or degrees they hold. But I was getting a little bit weirded out just with the whole way the conversation was going. So at this time I was like, in reference to my previous email, please give me a call at your convenience, and I left my number. So this email conversation had started when this person emailed me on Friday, May 31st, and the last email that I sent in response saying, please call me at your convenience, was on June 4th. So this happened a few months ago, I forgot about it, and now let's get back to the story. So my friend was starting her tutoring business, we were both very supportive of each other, and at this time I saw that she was actually creating a website. And so I saw a post from her that said our website's going live, get the word out on my tutoring business, and all those sorts of things. And so naturally I clicked on her website to see, how it looked like. And that is when everything went downhill. So literally from the first sentence I read on her homepage, I was like, this is literally a word for word copy and paste of our website. It's not that I was just kind of creating this in my mind, because I know how psychology goes. You're more aware of things that relate to you. But keep in mind that I myself am the one who wrote my website and created my content. So I am the first person who knows how it looks like and how it sounds. And it's not that these words sounded like the website, they were actual copy and paste from my website. Like literally the only word that was different was the name of our website. So she would switch out Way to Grade A with her website name. But beyond that, there was paragraphs upon sentences of copied material. And I'm talking about even like their values as a company, even their mission statement as a company. And that is when I was just in disbelief. I really didn't know how to proceed. I didn't know how to move forward. I mean, the first thing I did was tell my mom, as she's my business partner. I proceeded in the only way I knew how, and that was to notify her and let her know. So I said, I recently took a look at your website, and there is a good amount that is literally copy and pasted from my own tutoring website, www.waytogradeA.com. This is beyond plagiarism and just outright unethical. You must immediately change your website content, as my website is copyrighted, or my lawyer will be in touch. And I will say she was very cooperative through the whole thing. I will give her that much. There was no point where she was resisting. She was very much trying to change her content and, cooperate. She was in the wrong, and it was obvious. So I am really happy, as much as I can be, that she cooperated, but it really is just damaging to our friendship as a whole. So I'm just going to continue by reading on how she responded. So she said, okay, Rulla, I did not create the entire content. I showed someone a similar website and they helped put it together. I was not aware of the copy and paste aspect. I truly apologize, and if you can forward me an email of the content that needs to come down, I will be more than glad to do it myself, which was yours as an example. So she added on that the website she had shown, her writer, was my website. So she literally was like, hey, this is Way to Grade A, my friend's company. Can you replicate that website? And then she continued on. I truly apologize. I am asking my source now about it, and they said they didn't know it was stealing if she changed some wording. Please note this was not done intentionally. I wish you could call me and tell me this. I would have handled it. So I said, if you were using my website as an example, then you should have done your due diligence to ensure that nothing was copied. There is a difference between gaining inspiration from others and creating your own idea versus changing some words from my website and calling it your own. From business owner to business owner, your source is not to blame. It's your business. So you should take full ownership and responsibility of your website. Send me your email and I will let you know what parts need to be changed. Please don't let this happen again in the future. I had the option to get my lawyer involved immediately, but I chose to kindly ask you first. And she responded, okay, thank you so much, Rulla. You are right. I am new to all this and I'm learning along the way. I fully take ownership and will fix it all today. For your review, sorry again. She sends me her email and then she said, can you call me though, please? And then she said, good morning. Did you send it to me? I want to handle it ASAP and fix all that needs changing. And I had said, hey, I'm still gathering all the content that needs to be changed. I will email it to you by tonight. And she responded, okay, thanks very much. And once again, never the intention of myself, but did speak to source, and they said they didn't know the seriousness of using similar wording or content. I responded, understood, as long as I have your cooperation, then we should be fine. And she responded, okay, thanks, and you will. So that's really to the extent I'm gonna show you guys. We did have that email where I sent her the things that had to be changed, and she did so within 24 hours. The whole point of this video, first off, is to understand the seriousness of copying someone's website, you guys. I mean, back in grade school, we were notified about plagiarism, about copying, even when we were writing an essay, right? We've all used turnitin.com, where you have to upload your essay and see what percent was copied. And I am like just stunned and shocked that in 2019, people are unaware that changing wording is not plagiarism, because it well in fact is. If you just go and look up synonyms and then put those in for a different word, it's still the same meaning. In order for something to not be plagiarism, it has to be a unique, original idea. And that's what I had explained to this girl was, there is no problem in gaining inspiration. In fact, when we were building waytograda.com, we of course showed our developer a few tutoring websites in terms of, oh, we like this layout, or we like this design, or those sorts of things. We definitely did not look at websites in order to copy material, in order to copy words, in order to copy vision or mission statement, or any of those things. We looked at companies in order to gain inspiration as to what kind of layout their website had, maybe what colors they were using. But in terms of building a business, it has to be a unique, original idea. And that was just really the part that really hurt me, was the fact that she knew she was using my website as an example. And if I, in my heart, knew that, let's say I was using a different tutoring company's website as an example, wouldn't it just be common sense to check that work and make sure it looks a lot different in the end? Because I definitely went over and checked my developer's work. And like I said, I was the one who submitted all the words, all the content on the website. So I was well aware of my vision and my mission statement. And I just really didn't like the fact that she kind of put her hands up and said, oh, well, I'll have to talk to my source. When you become a business owner, it's really on you. It's not who you hire to write your website. It's you. It's your website. You're the one making the profit. So in turn, you are the one also taking on the risk. So this whole video, I know it's a little bit long and it's a little bit dragged out and it is a little bit gossipy and drama, but at the end of the day, this is real life. This is life as a business owner, and I wanted to show you guys the behind the scenes of what goes on. Not always the glitz and glamorous things, but also the things that kind of suck. And also, I wanted you guys to speak up. I know when I first saw this thing happen, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. And then I realized, hey, all I can do is reach out. I just want to make this video to encourage you guys to speak out. If you think someone is copying you, if you think someone is stealing from you, if you think someone is going beyond just gaining inspiration, but literally copying and pasting, Now that's a problem, and it is a time when you need to speak up. And I also want to talk about being professional in these situations, because I was super close to just blasting her out on Instagram or Facebook and saying, hey, this girl copies websites, just so everyone can know. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to snoop down low. It could have been a mistake. It could have been intentional. But at the end of the day, I am going to be the person that I know I am, and I'm going to be professional, even when someone doesn't approach me in that same way. And now I'm going to finish the story about that email I got. So once this whole thing was playing out and I realized that someone was copying my website, I started getting worried, and I started thinking, now what if that email was also an impersonator, also someone who was trying to get information? I don't know if they were trying to see how we respond to clients, what kind of experience we have, or I honestly don't know. It could have been a parent. But what really made the whole thing fishy was following this. So following the email, following the whole thing happening with my website being copied, I then get a text message. And I also want to mention that as a business owner, you're constantly giving your business card out. I use my personal number as our business number. So basically, my cell phone is almost everywhere. It's on Yelp, it's on Google, it's on the whole nine, and I know that's not the best way to go about it. I really should get a separate business phone, but you know, when you're starting out, you want to save and you want to budget. And so these were things that I really didn't feel like needed to be purchased right from the get-go. That can explain also why it's so easy for people to be emailing me or texting me or finding my number. I just wanted to mention that so it's not like weird how I'm getting texts from all these random people, because once again, when you're a business owner, you're always giving out your card here and there, networking, and it's more than likely your number or your email is going to end up in someone's hands. So back to the text message. I now receive a text message on July 22nd. That whole emailing conversation with that parent happened the end of May to early June. So now, over a month later, I received this text saying, hello, Rulla, this is Austin James. Now, the weird thing is the email came from someone who had Paulina James in the email. The email itself was signed by Connor James. So that's already two names, right? Paulina James and Connor James, which I wasn't so weirded out about, because once again, I explained how they could have been, a husband and a wife. It could have been a married couple, whatever, just using each other's email, totally fine. But now I'm getting a text from Austin James. So now that is three people. And I'm like, okay, whoever is pretending to be a parent, they can't even get their name straight. So this person said, hello, Rulla, this Austin James. Not even this Austin James. Once again, leading me to believe it's not a parent. I emailed you some months ago about needing a tutor for my son. I haven't been in touch with you because I wasn't prepared then, so please text me if you are still interested. Thanks. So once again, I respond back asking for some extra details about this client's son, his age, his grade, what subjects, that sort of thing. And I also asked him to send me his availability so we could meet and give his son an assessment. He responds the next day, which is again a red flag, because parents are always very quick to get the process rolling because they want their kids to start having tutoring sessions. So the next day he texts me, she, I don't know who this is, texts me and says, hello, Rulla, are you still interested in tutoring? Which just makes no sense, because I've already said we're interested and this is what I need from you in order to proceed. So I say, hello, sir. Yes, I am. Please refer to my previous text. He answers, do you have any tutor for me? And I respond, yes, I do. We need to perform an assessment before selecting the right tutor for your son. Let me know if you'd like to set up a free consultation. So he responds, your process is too long. I will look for another tutor. Thanks for your time. So who knows? It could have been a parent. It really could have. But with all of these other things transpiring, it really, really just leads me to believe that this is not a parent. This is someone trying to gather information about my company, about our process, about how we go about responding to clients. I don't know. And I don't know if these two incidents are related. I did not bring it up to her at all because I just didn't want to go down that road of blaming her when I have no evidence to believe it's her. But it is just another one of those things. It could be a competitor. It could be, you know, a rival tutoring company, whatever. It really, really opens my eyes up to the fact that not everyone is your friend and not everyone is on your side. And you should always be looking out for these red flags, especially once again, if there's 3 different names coming from the same email or phone number, like that's weird. I wouldn't have done anything differently. I responded in the way I would have to a parent. I was actually telling my sister about that and she was like, oh my God, you are so professional how you were responding to that person. I would have literally just been like, here's my number, call me, you know, if you want more info. But it's a learning experience. And as a business owner, you really, really have to carry yourself in a professional way, regardless if you think your client is serious or not, or whoever they're pretending to be, right? Because there is a chance that it is a parent and they, you know, they do want tutoring. I will say I 99% don't think it's a parent because the way they were responding, the whole thing with the different names, and then also the fact that they said our process takes too long, but they're the ones taking like days, weeks, months to respond. So I don't know. We'll never know. I hope this video shed light on some behind the scenes stuff that happens as a business owner, the not so glitz and glamorous things that happen, and also just a really unfortunate friend betrayal that really, really was a bummer. This girl did email, the last email she sent me was, let me read it to you guys because I don't want to say something that's not word for word. Her last email to me was, awesome. Thank you so much. I hope this issue did not make you lose trust in my character. And I didn't respond, but if she's watching this video, unfortunately, this situation has led me to lose trust in your character. Because once again, like if I was starting a new business and I was looking to my friend for inspiration, like, yeah, there's no problem in asking for advice and using a website as an example, but when I'm straight up copying and pasting from that source, not giving any credit, and then when approached by my friend saying, hey, this is copy and paste, just saying, oh, I didn't know, it was my source, and I used yours as an example, but I didn't know that wasn't fair. You could have at least just emailed me and said, hey, do you know if it's legal, illegal? Do you know if it's fair if I copy and paste your information? Like, that is doing your due diligence, right? If instead she had asked me, hey, can I use this information, or is it okay if I change the wording on this? I would have probably not lost trust. But the fact that this all happened and I had to find out for myself, literally on my couch, just going through her website with my jaw dropped, like, this is literally a carbon copy of my website. Unfortunately, that does make me lose trust. So at the end of the day, it's all good. Life goes on. I have, you know, nothing to complain about, and this is just all pretty much just a story time. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your comments down below. I really want your guys' opinion on just the whole situation, what you guys would have done. Maybe if you guys have anything to say about that weird kind of parent situation, if you think it's a parent, if you think it's not. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.